Happy New Year. We are ushering in 2024 together this morning, and it's so good to be with all of you. I generally enjoy this time of year as we look ahead to what this year could be like, and I think the new year is a great time to kind of reset, so to speak. And I'm not speaking about a New Year's resolution necessarily, but instead us getting before God and really pouring our hearts out before Him. I'm speaking more about dreaming with God. I'm speaking more about getting before Him and placing our desires and cares at His feet, really allowing Him to have His way in our lives, to lay everything down before Him. Ultimately, I'm talking about submission and surrender and trust, really trusting Him with our lives into this coming year. I think with us coming into 21 days of prayer and fasting, it's a great time to posture or reposture ourselves this way. Here we are 1 week out from 21 days of prayer and fasting, and if I'm honest, this can be a challenging time, but it can also be a really fruitful time. One of the things it can do is help us learn to come to Jesus, to submit more fully to Him. Fasting, when we come to Jesus, can help us learn how to rely more on Him in our weaknesses, to give up something for something greater, and to not turn to other things or other people for relief, but instead to press into God, into His presence, for the comfort and strength and wisdom needed. But as we prepare for these 21 days of prayer and fasting, I want to turn our attention to a couple things. One is our Manna Church app. It has some great resources about prayer and fasting to help set all of us up for having a time where we really encounter God in a powerful way, along with some prayer points. Secondly, I want to take this week as we're here together for us to spend delighting in the Lord together. What I've found is the more I delight in Jesus and rejoice and see His holiness and praise Him, the more likely I am to not only submit to Him, but to do so joyfully, to engage in submission through the vehicle of beholding and delighting in Him. Join me this week as we discuss some of the why behind delighting in God and how we can delight in God, and the process, really in the process of delighting, being formed more into the image of His Son. We'll see you this week.